the North Charleston Arts Fest returns for another exciting year. In this edition of Quintin's Close-Ups, I sit down one-on-one with the director of the fest, Kyle Lahm, one-on-one. And be sure to download the free Quintin's Close-Ups app in your Apple or Google Play stores. And listen to this interview later on iHeartRadio. Kyle Lahm, it is so good to see you again.
Hey, Quintin, how are you? So glad to have you here at North Charleston Cultural Arts Department.
Yes, ma'am. I'm back because obviously the North Charleston Culture Department is holding its annual North Charleston Arts Festival.
That's right.
And I know it's probably a couple days away.
It's getting there. May 1 through 5. We start next week.
Next week. What is it like to be you, the director of this?
Well, that's an interesting question. We get to have a lot of fun. Here in our department, we get to throw lots of parties, which is fun.
Yeah.
And we get to see lots of beautiful art and hear lots of beautiful art. So it's a lot of fun to run this department. It's also a lot of work.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of balls in the air at many times of the year. So we're juggling those right now as we are in the final week to prepare for this year's festival.
And I want to go back to the Charleston Chronicle newspaper. They basically wrote this. It's the celebration of arts and cultural highlights of the talents of national, regional, and local artists and performers in the areas of dance, music, theater, visual arts, and literature. Tell me, what are those highlights right now from these artists and performers?
Wow. Well, the festival lasts for 5 days. Certainly one of our yearly highlights that we've been doing every year for however many, this is our 37th year of the North Charleston Arts Fest, so would be the exhibitions that we host at the Charleston Area Convention Center. So, starting at 6 p.m. on May 1 all the way through 6 p.m. on May 5. We have daily hours for our exhibitions in Exhibit Hall A at the Convention Center, and you'll see everything from the youngest of the young elementary school artwork from our youth competition all the way to high school sculpture exhibition, local visual artists. We usually have over 400 pieces of pastel, drawing, oil, acrylic, visual art pieces on display, and we have our Palmetto Hands sculpture competition and also a photography competition. So that room will be full of lots of beautiful art to see, free and open to the public to get in. We kick it off with a reception on Wednesday, May 1 from 6 to 8 with delicious bites and wine, and we'll announce the award winners in all of those competitions, which also includes the announcement of the National Sculpture Exhibition at Riverfront Park winners. And then we have daily operating hours. And then on Sunday, May 5th, we have a closing event called our Exhibition Encore, where from 12 to 6, we will celebrate all of the artists who've been a part of those exhibitions, have some activities for kids and community art projects. And so that's just one part of what we're highlighting in this year's festival. There are many, many other events where folks can come out mostly for free and take advantage of the festival. We're super excited about our new event this year called the World Arts Expo. And that will be on Saturday, May 4th at Riverfront Park. And we are celebrating the music, the culture, and the dances of the entire world with a dance showcase stage, a music stage, a demo tent where you can learn how to make and do some of the cool things that folks around the world. We even have a medieval village, some arts and crafts vendors, some cultural groups, and again, some more community art projects that folks can come and take part in. Delicious food, an international beer and wine garden at that event. So again, that's a free event. Obviously, people want to bring some cash to eat and drink and buy some good stuff, right? Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah, that's new this year. We really want to see the public out at that event and encourage folks to celebrate the world with us on that day.
And obviously, you talk about Riverfront Park just right around the corner is Park Circle.
It is, yeah.
And I know this year you have another addition to the music lineup. It is the Park Circle Pick and Crawl.
Yes. So on Sunday, May 5th, the Park Circle Pick and Crawl is going to celebrate bluegrass and Americana music. And we have 4 venues there hosting different bands from around the region, starting at 11 a.m. and then shows staggered all the way until 4 p.m.
Yeah.
at the Orange Spot Coffee House, Common House Ale Works, Dig in the Park, and Southern Roots Smokehouse. So we're excited to invite the public to those 4 places, and they can catch all 4 acts if they stagger their time right, and really enjoy a beautiful day in the circle on East Montague, where there are, of course, lots of great businesses food and drink to enjoy.
Yes.
So we're excited about that pick and crawl. It's a form of music that is, certainly popular in South Carolina, and we're happy to sort of highlight it with this special event.
You talk about highlights. Obviously, this particular festival has been recognized by the Southeast Tourism Society as a top 20 event in 2008 and 2018.
Yeah, that was last year. Yeah,
Oh, that's right. How do you keep that going?
Well, we feel like, I've been the director of the department for just over 3 years now, and we've tried every year to tweak and add and make the festival special with new things each year.
Sure.
And, certainly our biggest change this year would be that we've moved a lot of the events that formerly took place at the Convention Center. At the Arts Fest Expo, we used to have several stages of music and 2 days of events there centered around all the art exhibitions that will still be there. And we've kind of taken the best parts of that and moved it over to Riverfront Park. The exciting thing about that is it's the first weekend in May, and people want to be outside.
Oh, yes.
They don't want to be indoors. So that's why we chose Saturday to focus on all the great cultural acts that we would previously feature indoors at the Convention Center. And, of course, the delicious food of the local food trucks that will be offering everything from Latin food to, some pizza and delicious international fare. So that's certainly the biggest change we've made this year. And, of course, adding the Park Circle Pick and Crawl. And if you were to go through this handy-dandy booklet, which you will find all over the Tri-County region, there are 35,000 of these on the streets. You'll see that there are also some, different events happening. And we feel like by tweaking and making things speak to the patrons is how we're able to keep our festival relevant and keep winning awards.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Out of all of these events, which one speaks to you the most?
Oh, well, I grew up in Park Circle, so I'm real excited about that pick and crawl. We actually had a former volunteer for the department who was a huge bluegrass Americana fan. And he had always encouraged us to host a pick-and parlor.
Sure.
And we were never able to do that. He's still with us, of course, and he's in his 80s and has been a part of North Charleston for many years. So when we came up with this idea for the pick and crawl, it was Mr. Anderson that was on our mind, and we are excited to do that. Certainly hope that he's able to join us for that. But really, the World Arts Expo is our biggest event, and it is our flagship event for the festival. So that also will be a super fun time to really showcase some great international groups that are part of our community. We've got a Bavarian dance troupe from Walhalla. We've got the local Filipino American Society that will be there showcasing dance. We've got a Japanese drumming group. And we even have a reggae band that's performing as a finale at 4 o'clock that day. And we're super excited also about the Gypsy Kings, which are a fun group out of Asheville that we're bringing to North Charleston for the first time. So we really feel like that expo is going to be a chance for folks to enjoy the park for free. This is not a ticketed event like many of the music festivals that happen there. And it also gives folks a chance to tour the sculpture exhibition, which is a nationally recognized event with national artists participating. These are large-scale sculptures that are great photo ops for Instagram. And this event will certainly highlight those sculptures and really make use of the beautiful riverfront area. We invite folks to bring their water bottles. We'll have a water buffalo out there in addition to all the great food and drink available. Bring a picnic blanket to lay out and enjoy the dance and the music. And come with your thinking cap on, because you'll be able to participate in some live demos and help us produce a pretty rad community art project. And, of course, bounce houses for the kids and some great kids community art too. So, yeah,
Very interesting.
that's gonna be fun.
Oh, absolutely. So if I want to come, how do I get involved?
Wow. Well, the easiest thing, of course, if you can't get your hands on one of these, is to hit our website,
Okay.
NorthCharlestonArtsFest.com.
Okay.
There is a fully customizable calendar feature on that website where you can say, I want to see all the dance events. And it'll pull up all the dance events that are there. Or I'm really only interested in the theater. So you can fully customize your calendar, put all that stuff in your phone, and get your reminders going. And then there are detailed explanations and photos of all the groups that are performing at all the different events, addresses for locations. There's even a volunteer application on the website. We actually listed the deadline of Monday, April 22nd for volunteers, but we're always happy to accept folks to help us out at our events. They can still give us a call. We have a few slots here and there that we can fill. So it doesn't matter that you pass the deadline and still be involved as a volunteer. But most importantly, most of these events are free, and we really want to get the public out to enjoy them.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
And certainly there'll be opportunities to give feedback and tell us how we can make things even better for next year. So.
And if I were to interview you for Quintin's Close-Ups next year, what would you tell me about the 2019 North Charleston Arts Festival in 2020?
Oh, well, I'm planning to tell you that the new World Arts Expo was a huge success, that we showcased even more artwork in all of our exhibitions than we did last year, 2018.
That's right.
We keep account of everything we receive, and we were up last year by quite a bit. And also the report that lots of people were able to take home some of that artwork. Most of it is for sale, and most of it's really affordable.
Sure.
So it's a great way to support your local arts community by coming to the convention center and purchasing a piece of artwork, and really being able to say, well, where did you find that? I found it at the North Charleston Arts Festival. So hopefully, those would be the things I could report on in 2020 when I see you again.
Yes, ma'am. Indeed, indeed. Well, Kyle Lahm, thank you so much for your time. I really, really appreciate this.
Thanks for coming, Quentin, and we look forward to seeing you at the festival.
Exactly right. Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.